Guys, how you doing? MDW coming at you again with another action figure review. Hot Toys unboxing again. I've picked up another exclusive. This time it is the Spider-Man Scarlet Spider figure from the Spider-Man computer game. Another Spider-Man figure, favourite superhero of all time. Let's have a look at him. Guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate your company as always. So, the latest Spider-Man I picked up is the Hot Toys exclusive. I believe it's from this year's Toy Fair in the States. So, yeah, I've seen pictures of this. Again, when it came out, went up for pre-order. It's on the Hot Toys website. Yeah, I've seen a few floating around on eBay. Not many. I had an opportunity to pick one up, and I thought, might as well try and review as many things as I can. Every single Hot Toy I try and get my hands on. So, let's have a look at the box. To start off with, so it is kind of in keeping with the Spider-Man Advance suit that we saw from the PlayStation computer game, and the figure is based on the costume that you unlock or you could purchase in Spider-Man computer game as well. So the box is pretty similar, like I said, to the Advance suit one. So it's got the lift up flap front to it. You literally open that up there, and then you get the window display of the figure inside, and then you've got the cast and crew. There's the designers, I think the sculptors, everything like that inside the front of the box. It's got a little magnet on the side catch there, so it closes nicely, and then as I say, you've just got the Spider-Man logo on the side, and then the front of the box, a picture of the figure, kind of a bit of artwork, exclusive. Spider-Man logo is the one on the PlayStation game. So there we go, there is a quick look at the box. There's loads of additional stuff you get in this compared to some of the other Spider-Mans that we've seen, so let's have a look at it. Welcome back everybody, here we are with Scarlet Spider outside of the box. A really nice, unique design for this Spider-Man figure. I really like it. That's what made me want to pick him up, is just because he just looks quite a bit different than we're used to with Spider-Man. We're going to run down the articulation now. First up, the material that the costume is made of is very nice and flexible, so it isn't the same with the Advanced Suit Spider-Man. We feel like you're perhaps worried that it's going to split. You know, it's almost kind of like a vinyl material underneath. This one isn't. This is more material, like a stretchable fabric. So yeah, that's really nice. You can flex him and pose him a lot better, this figure, and we've seen pictures on the internet with some really great posing going on. Now it's got a bit of a strange feel to it. It's kind of almost like rubbery feel here in the shoulders and the forearms here. You guys can see it's broken up with a little bit of different design on the pattern there compared to the rest of the suit. It does have a really strange feel, almost kind of like a bit like cotton wool. So if you guys are one of them people that's got a bit of a phobia against the feel or the noise of cotton wool, this figure might not be for you. But let's run down the articulation. So his head swivels left and right, goes up and down, plenty of movement there, so you can pose him looking in any way you want. His shoulders, you get a good range of movement there. It's probably about as high as you're going to get, and obviously there is a swivel at the bicep here, so you can swivel them forward and you can swivel them back as well. And then there's obviously the joint at the elbow there, so with the bicep swivel there, so you can get a lot of movement for the whole arm, and then obviously his hand swivels 360 degrees like we're used to with all the Hot Toys figures. The waist, there isn't really much of a swivel at all. Doesn't really go. There's a little bit, not much. There is a big crunch though. You guys can see there's a big torso crunch. You can put him forward and back quite substantially. Then his legs, there's a lot more flexibility in there, so again you can get him doing the splits a bit more. It's probably about as far as you're going to get. Again, the stitching there going up to the croc, so you don't really want to split that, but obviously the real movement, if you're careful, is obviously in his legs. So you've got them in his quads, and he's got the ball joint at the groin, so you can, you know, put his legs out a little bit there, and then obviously there's a joint at the knee, the double joint there, one there and one there, so you can get a good range of motion. And then obviously his feet as well move. So the suit is all one piece, I believe, obviously with the stitching joining it together, but it's all one piece. But the foot moves really nicely. Do you know what I mean? You can get a nice swivel on it. There isn't there isn't a toe joint there. It's all just kind of one piece, but the ankle swivels so well up and down, left and right, and all the way around, that you don't really need that kind of that toe movement joint. So a closer look at the design of the figure. So one of the outstanding pieces for me is literally the mask. So it's really interesting design. So as we know with Spider-Man, he has kind of the black outer pieces around his eyes, but this one isn't. It's just completely clear plastic with the red, and then obviously he's got the wonderful kind of grid mesh like material underneath there, which is like a kind of off-white colour. But it's a really unique design. Looks really cool though. The red is kind of a nice blood red, bit brighter, so you know it's not looking like some of the dark metallic reds that we've seen with the Iron Spider suit and some of the other Spider-Man variants we've seen over the years. It's just a bit of a darker red, but it is kind of a very vibrant, bright red. It's kind of hoodie stroke gilet kind of thing he's got on. Is a really nice sky blue colour, and it's got a really great Spider-Man logo. Looks like it's been airbrushed or graffiti sprayed across it. Really nice, clear, crisp pattern in the black with a nice little bits of kind of fading out smudging there, the airbrushing kind of picked out here and there, so it does look like a bit of a graffiti spray on, which is nice. That's on the front and on the back, that print. The hood can be pulled up, I believe. You have to be careful with it, just put up a little bit. Kind of, there we go, goes up nice and easy. And there's another way to display your figure. And then there is a bit of wire, I believe, around the top of the hood here, so you can, when it's not wearing it, you can pull it down, I believe. Yeah, and then you can just literally put a wire in, and you can pose the kind of the front of the hood. If you want to fold it back a little bit there, more on his shoulders, you can do as well. So some of the other parts on the costume is his Spider-Man utility belt. So this again is quite a lot different than we've seen with some other Spider-Mans. You know, he's got these great wrist web shooters as well. Almost loads of like web cartridges right the way around, almost like an ammo pack. And then you've got obviously his main web cartridge there that he uses with the mechanism to fire it out. Then he's got obviously his utility belt here again. This is all kind of like a camo green, like army green colour. You guys can zoom in there. You can see so there's a lot of this kind of camo greens, olive greens, there's browns here, and then there's also a bit of camo pattern and lots of spare web cartridges as well around the sides, all picked out with a really dark metal. And then lastly on his feet he's got a couple more utility pouches around his ankles, which is cool. Again, the same sort of camo green colour there with the clips, you know, just for holding other bits and pieces he's got in there. So yeah, a lot of interesting little pieces of design there. Because I say that does look quite strange on his feet, but you know, breaks out the costume nicely. Now let's have a look at the accessories for Spider-Man. So in my opinion, all the Spider-Man figures have generally come with some great accessories over the time. You can always rely on good old Spidey to have a plethora of accessories with him, and this one is no exception. So let's start with the ones that you probably think we already come with, the standard there. So you get the webs. So we've seen this web pack now with many Spider-Man, with the advanced suit one, the Iron Spider suit, and it's literally just clear plastic. You guys can take it out there, very flexible. You guys can see, and then this literally just fits generally into his web shooters in the wrist, and that gives him the displays with like web balls there firing out, or something for him to swing on. They all come housed in this kind of little foam section you get in the box. So you get those with this Spider-Man. You get a nice big web splat. So this again fits on to the end of a couple of the clear plastic web lines. You guys can see the chit pops in there. Some of them goes into, some of it doesn't. There we go, and it just gives you another display there. So you can have the web sticking to the wall. If he's sticking it on somebody, he's firing it at them. You get some food with him. You get a donut. Nice looking donut. Looks like a chocolate one. Donuts. You get coffee bean. Since 1962. I don't know how much they paid to have that sponsorship on there, but you get a mini coffee with Spider-Man. You get, I love this, his mobile phones. You see this obviously in the game where you're posing on your own like feed, I believe, on there. And it's actually got a picture of you doing your like peace out sign on the feed as well. So that's really cool. I say it looks just like it does in a computer game. Nice one. You get Spider-Man's camera. So Peter Parker's camera, he's taking the pictures out and about when he's battling crime. It comes with a really cool like strap with Spider-Man face on it. There you guys, you can see lots of cool detail on it. It's got obviously the focus, the lens, all the buttons on it, all picked out nicely. This kind of really metallic metal colour with black. There's the lens there as well. It's got metallic kind of purple. That's great. Then you get another piece of web. So this one I've seen post quite a lot of the figures and promotional figures I've seen online, pictures of this guy here. So it's almost, this goes into his hand, I believe. So his hand goes in there, so it looks like he's got kind of a cluster of webs that it holding in his hand. He's like swinging across New York. So I'll do a couple of photos of that in a second, but that is additional to this figure. And there we've got obviously the Hot Toys hands. So you've got two clenched fists. You've got two open hands, you're sticking to the walls. You've got 2 of the web thwip action there, and you've got this one there. I believe that's the one. Yeah, that's the double handed hand one. So you pop that web into this, and that's his kind of swinging hand. And then you've got this one here, which is almost kind of like his kind of salute hand. That's quite cool. So Spidey's got to have a bit of attitude about him, so I've got the salute. Then we have got, lastly, the pièce de résistance, the New York City pizza. So you get the pizza box, and a card, which is nice. Open that up. So obviously nothing in it because the pizza goes in the box. Nice little grease stain coming through there. Really nice paint application and details there on that. And then the pizza itself, is it stuffed crust? Don't know. Should be. It's a nice thick crust on it. Pizza pie. So you get the whole pizza there, one slice taken out, and obviously you can just put that in the box if you want to display him chilling out, having a slice on the go. So really nice addition there to the figure. There's all the accessories that Spider-Man comes with. Spidey also comes with this sweet base as well. So it's got the Marvel Spider-Man logo there with the spider, huge spider logo on the base. Got a very kind of shiny feel to it. You guys can see that, yeah, you can reflect all the light in that there. So a really nice kind of shiny gloss finish to it. These 2 bits down the side here are more matte finish, and you've got Scarlet Spider name at the front. You also get the nice reinforced kind of rod display stand with it. So you get the little clamp, you guys can see there, so you can literally put this around the waist or the upper back of the figure. It's got a nice little padded piece there so you don't damage your figure. And then this rod literally, like I said, is reinforced, so it bends right the way around so it can take the weight of the figure, so you can display him swinging, jumping poses. And this bit here just literally sits into the back of the base. Ready to go. As with most Hot Toys, you get the instruction manual. So it's got the Marvel Spider-Man logo on the front. Open it up, there isn't really much to this guide to go through, but it's about equipping the webs and telling you about that the eyepieces are not removable, neither is the gilet, so just giving you a heads up there, do not leave in high temperatures, and obviously all the accessories and weapons and stuff, which hand it fits in. And then literally on the back there, it tells you the range of movement on the figure. As we used to with all the Hot Toys figures now, the hand just literally swivels off. Pick a hand you want to put onto the figure and it just swivels back into place. Also the webbing that comes with Spider-Man as well fits nicely in the little holes on his web shooters there around his wrist. So there we go everybody, that is my review of the 1/6 scale Scarlet Spider figure from Hot Toys Collectibles. Another Spider-Man to add to the collection. Not a bad one, I have to say. It's a completely different design than what we're usually used to Spider-Man, and that's definitely what drew my eye to pick up this figure. The posability of him is really great compared to some of the other figures we've seen, the superhero ones with the suit, so the material is really flexible, which allows you to put him in some great poses. The accessories he comes with as well, a bit more kind of comedy tongue-in-cheek stuff, the pizza and the donut and the coffee and his mobile phone and everything, are really great additions, and obviously you can mix them up with other Spider-Man figures that you have as well. So yeah, that's just a nice little addition to the figure. He's on shelves now, well, let's say shelves, but he's on eBay, and also he's still on to pre-order on the Hot Toys website, Sideshow website as well. You're going to pay a little bit more for him because he is an exclusive, Toy Fair exclusive, as I said, so there's not many versions of this figure around. So he's well worth picking up if you're a massive Spider-Man fan, as we're all happy because Tom Holland's going to stay in the MCU for the time being, or if you just want to kind of add a different Spider-Man or just add something new to your collection, he's definitely worth a pickup. I still think I prefer the advanced suit if I had a choice of the two. Thanks so much for watching everybody. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. MDW signing off. Keep collecting those action figures.